welcome to Spectrum 360. I'm Sarah DiNatale. Leading off today's newscast, students can now ride unmotorized boats on Lake LaSalle. Since 1970, the man-made lake hasn't been open for use, but now kayak season has begun and students can rent out boats to take on the water. Our Andy Connick was there Monday for the lake's grand opening.
1, 2, 3. Today we celebrate something that's been called the reactivation of Lake LaSalle. This is a great natural resource that we are able to appreciate now, much more we have in the past. We've had it for many years, we just haven't utilized it to the fullest potential.
So I've been running this lake now since we opened up the lake to the students. Started off really big. Students found this very interesting. We've actually gotten to the point where we had so few boats compared to the overwhelming amount of people that are interested in coming down here. It'll be 3 to 7, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, with special paddle boarding on Wednesdays. It's the same water that you see running through Ellicott Creek that people kayak and canoe in. Ellicott Creek makes connections to the canal, which eventually runs into the actual lake itself in the river. So, in a sense, I mean, it's not obviously the same exact water. It runs through a different system, but this water is pretty clean. I mean, I would jump in this water, and actually, on a hot day, I sometimes wish I could just jump in and purposely tip my boat.
My name is Sophia Chinese, and this is my junior year. I wish that I had had it sooner in my student career here at UB because I definitely wouldn't have been out here. Definitely recommend this, even to people who don't think it's a great idea, or if they're a little bit frightened of the water or boating, or maybe they don't know how to do it. I would definitely say come out and give it a try because we're always willing. Obviously, we're here to teach you, and you might as well get the most out of it if it's here.
My name's Kevin Santa. I guess I'm super senior, and I'm the same thing as Sophia, general staff and paddling instructor. Well, from what I've been seeing, a lot of the people have almost no boating experience, so it gets them to try something they've maybe never thought they'd do, never had a chance to do for free. Honestly, it's really safe. The lake is really shallow, so you don't have to worry about if you flip, and if you flip, you have to really try to flip. So between our instructions and the gear we have, you really have nothing to worry about. You can come out here and do something new.
And the kayaking season is tentatively scheduled through November 1st. UB's future student population may be facing a different slew of general education requirements than the university has used for the past 20 years. Our Amanda Lowe has more on this developing story.
Thanks, Sarah. A survey of more than 3,000 students showed that 68% agreed with the statement, "I believe general education courses are just something I have to get out of the way." Since 2009, a general education committee has been working to create a new curriculum. On Friday, the new committee hosted an open forum in the Center for the Arts to introduce a potential proposal for the new program. Andrew Stott, the Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education, heads the committee that is making a huge overhaul on general education requirements, something that hasn't been done since 1992.
So, on June the 2nd, we published a report that proposed a new general education program for UB. Our desire was to build an unapologetically student-centered program built around high-impact educational practices that can reassert UB's commitment to the liberal arts and focus on delivering the knowledge, skills, and experiences that will enable our students to flourish in a diverse, dynamic, and rapidly changing world.
The open forum attendants were generally receptive of the potential proposal, but some, like Stacy Hubbard, associate professor in the English department, brought up how students could potentially not take a foreign language with the new program.
Like most of it, like many people, I still am really pondering the elimination of the language requirement or the potential elimination of that. I'm not sure in the context of the larger world and the university's emphasis on global and international education, whether that's really wise.
Mike McDowell, Student Athlete Development Coordinator, wanted to know how the new program was going to engage students outside of the classroom.
Human aspect. So when they're in the class and they have that student side, what about when they leave? What about when they're interacting with other people? How are we creating a curriculum, or how are we creating assignments that really go beyond the walls of the class? Because we know when you graduate...
After more revisions, the final proposal will then be presented to the Faculty Senate. If the Senate agrees with the proposal, the earliest the curriculum could be implemented is in the fall of 2016. For Spectrum 360, I'm Amanda Lowe.
Thanks, Amanda. Last week, 8,000 people attended Joe Nichols' Tailgate Concert Series performance. This week, the concert series hosted the Spin Doctors. Our Tori Roseman was there to give a recap of the show.
Hi, I'm Tori Roseman here in Stampede Square right after the Spin Doctors concert. The crowd's still here all around as they go to meet some of the members of the band. The band played all different songs from straight off their new album and including some music all the way back from the late 80s. The crowd was wild as lead singer Chris jumped around stage, kicking his legs, moving his arms, and talking to all different people from the audience, even giving a young fan a pair of drumsticks straight off the stage. All around you can see people from all ages, people from Family Weekend, students, alumni, all out here to come see the band play. It's a great show featuring the alternative rock band. Back to you, Sarah.
And after the concert concluded, more than 21,000 fans filled UB Stadium to watch the Bulls beat Norfolk State. Here is the Spectrum Sports Desk with some post-game analysis.
Hi, yes, my name is Owen O'Brien, and I'm here with Tom Dinky and Jordan Grossman after Buffalo's 36-7 victory over Norfolk State. Buffalo's defense stepped up in this contest after allowing over 20 points in its previous 3 games. Jordan, what changed on the defensive end this game?
Oh, and the word for the day was execution. They were able to finally execute the plays that they were trying to do for the entire first 3 games. The front 7 did its job. They had 10 tackles for loss, and also the secondary did its job as well after they had the 68-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter that didn't allow a completion until the beginning of the fourth quarter. The defense was really able to shape it up this week, and it looks like it's going to be promising going into the following weeks.
I think defensively, really finding our identity of not giving up big plays is really key for us. So after that specific play, it was kind of the mentality on the sideline, wasn't anger towards each other, but like anger towards not doing what we know we can do. So then that it was like lighting a little fuel under your butt. Got to get after them. After that, we knew everything they wanted to do. We knew their scheme really well.
And now, Tom, what can Buffalo take from this game?
Well, this was exactly the kind of game Buffalo needed heading into Mid-American Conference play. They needed a decisive win over a team that they should beat, and they got that. I mean, the defense is in no way fixed after this game. You have to remember who they were playing, but at least they came out and took care of business and did what they were supposed to do.
Well, you're never where you want to be being 2-2. You want to be 4-0, period, end of story. But I think at this point, we're not going to live in the past, and we got to continue to learn and get better. Now, now you've got 2 wins on your belt. You've got 8 games coming up. All of them are for the MAC championship, the MAC conference play, and none more important than to get ready for Miami and just take it one day at a time.
As Tom mentioned, conference play starts next week. The Bulls will be right back here in Buffalo as they host Miami, Ohio at 3:30. For Tom Dinky and Jordan Grossman, I'm Owen O'Brien.
Well, that's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check back in next week for more Full Circle news. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For Spectrum 360, I'm Sarah DiNatale.